So we almost had Captain America and New Asgard in Spider-Man Far From Home. Now we're talking about Sam Wilson, and of course, New Asgard without Thor leading it, if you saw Endgame, which at this point everybody has. So,
Well, if you haven't, you got it spoiled for you. So,
yep, so you're out of luck.
well. Yeah, it's like I haven't seen Far From Home yet. I know you have.
Yep.
Is there like any way, like New Asgard? It's easy. You can find an easy way of doing that. If they're traveling all over Europe, it's literally in Europe now.
Yep.
But like, is there anywhere for Sam Wilson to show up? That would make sense.
I could probably, in my head, if I connect the dots and stretch like Mr. Fantastic, I can find you two spots where you're like, it could fit right here. But
he could have flown across the screen at 2563.
right, yeah. So like, there's a moment in the movie where, like, right towards the end, you could maybe be like, you know what, right here, I could see it, kind of like a thing that happens. But other than that, no, like that definitely not. Like, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Here's my fanboy approach to this one. I need to see that Falcon Captain America suit because it's one of my absolute favorite suits in the comics ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really mad as a fanboy that they took it away from me in this. But if it would have just been shoehorned in there, it wouldn't have done it justice. So I'm kind of okay.
Like, what I like from this, it shows that the idea is to have Sam as Cap now.
Yep.
It's not we're gonna wait until the end of the show and then he's gonna get the suit and be Cap. He's Captain America right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be fair, they took it out of this. They could quite easily just do no. He gets the suit and everything at the end, But I don't think they will.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
If they were thinking about it then the suit must have been further along and everything than we thought. And they're filming in October, so I imagine they have one now. So maybe he wears it straight away.
Or maybe it's one of those things where like remember for Age of Ultron, they were like, yeah, so we know what Captain Marvel's going to look like. We were just going to put her far in the back and not have an actress, and then we'll cast later on. Maybe it's like one of those things where like we kind of get the idea. He can show up. We'll shoot it from the head up for him talking. We don't have to show you the entire thing. It's like
we'll Shazam it. Just get a body double in, put him in a suit, and we'll never see his face.
Right.
Call it a day.
It's Cavill, I swear.
Yeah, like I could have seen something like that, but I'm glad that nothing happens because when you see Far From Home, you understand why it's a good choice that nobody shows up because it wouldn't have made sense. And to me, New Asgard, like you said, it could have worked, it could have fit in, but I think it would have been too much of a let's slap you in the face with New Asgard.
Let's stop the movie for like a scene or two and have them in this thing now.
Exactly. Yeah. But okay, so let's say at one point, since they were thinking about this, like that would have been interesting though. Could you imagine they go to New Asgard and you're just like, all right, you got Valkyrie here, you got I guess Korg and Meek. Just, what?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
This is the one I'm more disappointed that was cut out.
Same.
Because it's like, you have this alien civilization now on Earth, just living there in the middle of Europe. Like, having a school trip to that makes sense. Mm-hmm. And it's like, we now have to coexist with these people. We're going to introduce them to like the kids, get all like the culture going on and everything like that. We're going to learn about them by actually going there because we can.
Yeah.
And then you can get like a sense of where they are right now. It's like, is that palace built that they were building in Endgame? Is it finished? Like,
right, and
does Valkyrie look the same? Does she have a new weapon? Though,
and that's what I'm like. That's kind of what got me thinking. I'm like, imagine a scene where like Peter's with his class and stuff, and then he gets called to the side, and Valkyrie's like, Spider-Man, and he's like, oh God, no, they can't know. Like, there would have been something cool there, and this is the one that actually, like you said. I wish we could have gotten something like this because it makes sense in the context of the story. That's kind of like like this actually would have fit in. Like,
because I can't think where. I'm not 100% sure where he goes in the movie, but it's like I'm certain he goes like a country next to Norway. It's like you're literally just like a train over.
Yeah,
it's like just go, like it's right there. But at the same time, it is one of those cheesy little things. Like, hey, here's what they're doing now. It's like, does this movie want to take away from a potential like Thor 4 with Valkyrie, and like here's how that director wants everything to look in there.
Right, exactly.
Like, is the idea solidified like too much as like to actually have it shown? But...
It's kind of like that whole when they were thinking about using Wakanda in previous films, they decided to not use it, or when they showed it, they only showed the statue because they're like, we want the director to come in and establish his own and not somebody else has to pick up. They didn't want to Snyder it, essentially, where Snyder was like, this is what it looks like, and then directors walk in and go, well, that's no fun. Like, and James Wan was like, you know what, I ain't using none of this. Like, so...
It's like, fine, I'll try, but...
yeah.
You get one line of a mention, that's it.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'm glad it went the way it did ultimately, but yeah, it's interesting because they could have done it, but either way, I love the movie we got, and, you know, when we end up talking about it more in the spoiler cast, you guys will understand why. But, yeah,
well, I'll find out in like 2.5 hours. So.
Perfect. So, yeah, that was our little far from home topic